all awake already, bud. Good morning, everyone. I gotta fill your water up today. Nothing really quite ready yet. Run over to Will's and fill up the water jugs and pick up my wheelbarrow. We'll get this thing started today. The goal is to pour all 8 of the sauna tubes. Pick up the mixer probably, I think it was Wednesday when I picked it up. It's going to rain, so the only thing that's going to stop this is if it rains too hard. If it's just kind of sprinkling, I'm okay with that. I don't really have an issue with it. Well, I had some comments in last week's video about the trusses and the gable end trusses. I forget what I called them. It's right at the beginning of the video. I discussed it with Ward. So those trusses are actually designed like that so that you could put the barge rafters over the top and everything will be nice and level and you don't have to cut into the rafters. So that's those edges all whacked out. That's why those trusses are different than the main trusses throughout the whole thing. So yeah, it was they're specifically designed for that. If you don't do that, then you have to do what I did when I put the rafters up on the cabin, and that is notch out the rafters or trusses in this case to accept the barge rafter. So the barge rafter lays over the top of that and it nails into the truss behind it, so it stays nice and flat. The other question I had was, or the other comment I had was, tell me you weren't sore the next day. So that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. I was sore when I got done, but not that sore. Man, the next day at work, holy smokes, it felt like somebody beat me to death. And when I was thinking about why, if you were to go back and watch that video again, right, Ward puts his end up on the scaffolding and then pushes it up over the beam, and then I picked up the entire truss by myself and put it up over my scaffolding. So yeah, every one of those I was lifting the truss myself and kind of basically doing push-ups. I don't do push-ups. I don't exercise like that. So yeah, I was sore. I was very, very sore on Monday. Tuesday, I wasn't much better. By Wednesday, I was feeling good again. But man, that tore me up big time. All right, heading over to Will's. When you see me again, we'll be getting everything ready to mix some concrete. So that's what I was talking about. It nails into the truss on that end, and then it lays over the top of the truss on that end so that you have a nice level barge rafter for all the fascia. I'll tell you what, some of these are not even close. It's about 8 inches, but this one is just shy of 9. I'll use that for my pattern. And yes, the rain has begun. As well. is almost 9. That's 3/4, 8 3/4. I almost should just make one for every one of these. I think I've got to do that. Alright, grab a piece of scrap wood. It's like the perfect size for what I'm getting ready to do. That one will work. Nice. Okay. Alright. Seven and 7/8. Number 1 is this number 2. It's number 3. It's number 2, 3, 4. Seven and 3/4. Any fuel in this? I'm going to try. There's some fuel left in there. On. Choke is on. Oh no! Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Son of a gun. Well, so much for that idea. Broke the pull start on the generator, and I knew that was going to happen. I saw it frayed. That's on me. Now I get to watch a video on how to fix that, and then hopefully get to town and see if I can get one. Oh, that's frustrating. That is so frustrating. Okay. Well, this is on pause because I mean I could cut these without the generator, but I could probably run the chop saw off the inverter, but that's going to be pushing the inverter. This takes a lot of amps when it starts up. Ah. Chickens are lined up yelling at each other because they want to get on the nest and lay their eggs. So here's the dilemma. I just watched like 3 different videos on replacing the pull cord for that generator, and I literally have to strip the entire generator down. And the big problem is that the place that sells the pull cords is closed on weekends, so I can't get a new pull cord until Monday. So I'm thinking that if I can't get the pull cord till Monday, I'll just take the whole generator in, because I was going to have it serviced anyway before winter, and I'll have them do it rather than me do it, even though I'd like to do it so that I could learn how to do it. So my next thing here is I'm probably going to go ahead and just call Todd and see if I can borrow a generator from him, because I don't need the generator to run the chop saw. I mean, I could use a handsaw and cut these tools myself, or cut these pieces myself. I need the generator to run the concrete mixer. crazy. It's not one thing, it's another. It just never stops. It never stops. I'm a little frustrated if you can't tell, because, I want to get this done. I've been putting it off long enough, and now I'm upset to the point where I'm going to get it done. I don't care if I have to make this stuff with a freaking shovel and a wheelbarrow. I'm getting this done today. Today it's happening. Bah! Got awesome neighbors. Todd says, "You can bring that generator over. We can fix it. Put a pull cord on it." And I said, "Well, I was going to take it in to Ron's Rent a Center anyway. Even though I would like to know how to fix it. I said, I'm going to take it to Ron's where I bought it and have them do a full service on it anyway." And he goes, "Well, here, take this then for now." Back in business. Cut that dang thing wrong? Might have. I might not have cut that one. That one's perfect. What the heck was I thinking here? Probably just go a little deeper. Some of these are just crazy big. I don't think one of these sauna tubes was even close to what it should have been. Not the depth. Most of them are, height-wise, most of them are fine, but this one's a little high. Just the size of the hole. Man, like Todd just came by and I was telling him, I go, it's crazy. I bought 8-inch sauna tubes, and they're basically anywhere from 7 1/4 inch to 8 3/4 inch. Todd said, I don't know how they pass inspection. It's pretty much right over the center where I need to be. Shovel and clean that up first. So I was going to set 4 of these and then set the rest of them if I had time tomorrow, or if I had time today for tomorrow. But now I think I'm going to set all 8 of them. This one I had to take a shovel to, so I'll need to backfill some of that. This one I had to get in there and clean up because it was leaning more towards here, so it wasn't dead center. So since I was taking the shovel to these, I figured I'd take the shovel to all of them and get it all cleaned up. I need a skinny shovel though, most definitely. And again, these little frames are for nothing more than just kind of hold the sauna tube straight when I pour them so they don't kind of shift around. It's pretty darn close. Got some gloves on, get down on my knees, and I'll fill the sides of these, and then I can kind of place them some more solid. Then we'll do the other side. All right, let's make some concrete. Hopefully the weather will hold up. well turn the camera off. I don't want to leave it going in the rain. Okay, that's done.
Huh?
Perfect timing, Ward. Thank you.
You're welcome. I was trying to pull the top thing, you know, where he shows up right at the end of it.
Right at the end of the project, but that didn't work today. But yeah, okay.
That's why I screamed vulgarities.
That's why I had to bleep.
I gotta bleep.
So it was funny because I was telling Ward that when I calculated all this out, and I think I said this in a previous video, on the Orange Store website, you know, they tell you how many feet for how many bags of sacrete you needed. And I needed 13 80-pound bags, and I bought 15 just in case. Well, it only used 13. Matter of fact, a little bit of the last bag is back behind that. So right on the button. I think these are pretty well lined up on both sets, but we'll find that out later on. I am Sean in Alaska, and this is
Ward!
You guys have a great week, brother. Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
No worries.
Through rain and everything. Shut up, Sam. Next time you can come work.
If it would have rained any harder,
We'd have stopped.
I would have said, okay, Sean, let's go. Right, now I have to clean all this up. Get everything all cleaned up. Get all the string line down. Put a list together for materials for lumber for the subfloor.